Course operators understand what their historical demand looks like in terms of the number of rounds and players that transpired on their tee sheet, very few understand what their future demand looks like. Using Notify, course operators can actually get what we're calling the demand crystal ball, and that's real time future demand at your facility. This is an example of a course that currently has almost 80 players on standby for this upcoming Saturday, November 2nd. Additionally, the operator can see how many players have recurring searches through the rest of the month in the next 30 days. There are really three big things that operators can do with this data. The first is if the operator uses dynamic pricing, they can use that future demand to shape their policy. So, for example, if an operator sees that there's 80 players on standby, assuming they want to fluctuate and adjust rates, they can do so because they know that someone wants to play that time and is likely willing to pay a premium. The second is enforcing your cancellation policy. If you know that 80 players want to play on a certain day, there's really no reason that no-shows should be tolerated or last-minute cancellations should be tolerated when you know that there's a number of customers who would love to play at that time. The last thing some of our operators do is they actually put in squeeze times. So, for example, if they're looking at the tee sheet and maybe there was bad weather that all of a sudden became good weather a day before, and there's some gaps in the tee sheet, if there's enough future demand, some operators will decide to put a squeeze time on the tee sheet, which will then notify the customers who would love to play, and that's effectively found revenue for the operator. So that's how some operators are using future demand at their facilities to make